So hi, welcome to my brand new channel. I'm Danny Creech, and I am out looking for land right now. See this thing right here? Can you see that? Here's little spikes all over that. And this is what's grabbing me, all of this. It's like that. Oh, the holly. Oh, why holly? It's like, are you kidding me? I'm sure this is funny to somebody. It's sure not funny to me. See if you can see this. These thorns. Yeah. See that? See how they curve back? Yeah. That's what I'm trying to walk through. And it's everywhere. I'm like right in it. Will I be victorious? Will I be ripped to shreds? Ouch. Ow. Ouch. Ow. Stuck in my butt. Ow. Shit. This guy stabbing me. Get out of my shirt. Ooh, that did not feel good. Might need a band-aid for that one. Let go of my pants. Look at this. I'm victorious. Yes. Oh, feels good to win. If only once in my life. No. God is good. Let's try over here. Oh, this looks way better. Oh, yeah. I've got like $1,500 worth of electronics on my back. So distance is about 3 feet. That doesn't help. I just tried to step and my shoe stopped because my lace is undone. Yeah, that's better. All right, so I think I'm gonna miss the water. There's a branch there. I wish it wasn't there. But it is. All right, get the drone out of the way. I have a $1,000 tablet in my back waistline, and I'm gonna hit my head on that right there. I'm sure of it. Maybe I should put my hat in my mouth so it doesn't flip my hat off into the water. Okay, there we go. Oh. All right, made it. Yes. Oh, shit. I wouldn't know. My hand grabbed a briar. Ow. Shit. That did not feel good. Just to get out here and go, no. And I am out looking for land right now. This video is going to be about my search for land and the things I was looking for in searching for land. One of the biggest things that I'm looking for is land that I can actually land an airplane on. So I like the state of Kentucky and West Virginia. The wind's gonna mess this up. However, as you can probably tell behind me, Kentucky and West Virginia are very rolling, very mountainous. There are some flat areas, but people want like, $8 million to sell you that kind of land. I need something I can afford. I'm not a rich man, and that's hard to find. Then, next thing, of course, is price. Everyone doesn't want to talk about price. The fact is, this whole world runs on money. And I'd love to own a Learjet, but I don't have that kind of money. I'd love to own land that I don't have to improve and build a house on and build me a big shop on and a hangar and a runway on. But can't afford that. So that's what I'm looking for. Oh, that's pretty. Take a look. Hopefully that sun's not too much in your eyes. Yeah, I can't really hide it. It's pretty. Anyways, so that's one thing I'm looking for is price. Put a runway on it. I want a paved road touching it, and I want electricity at least at the road. I don't want to be off grid. Maybe in a future video I'll talk about how much I love solar, wind, alternative energy, and why, unless you're in an extremely remote area, it's financially a very bad idea. But I'm a big lover of it. I just look at the reality of it, though. It's hilly. Man, look at all the great deer tracks. They're older. Got some older deer tracks here. They're all over this property. Anyways, so you're not looking at me. I'll continue. I'm about 2 miles back in a piece of property. That I want to put a house on and shop on, stuff like that. Water. Well, I'm not too concerned about water. In these two states, there's a lot of streams, and this property has a couple of streams on it. You can put a shallow well next to a stream within 20 feet and probably get some pretty good water out of it. At least good enough to where you can filter it to drink, reverse osmosis. I watch some YouTube channels and subscribe to them of people who are out on the ocean. With a water maker, you can have water even out in the middle of the ocean. Okay, well, this is great. Trail ends. I'm trying to figure out how to get back to the other side of the property. Hang on. All right, I was just on that trail there. Came back into the field. Looks like it has another trail. Oh yeah, I see it now. Going off to the right up here. What to look for in a property? Well, it depends on your wants and your needs. Like mine, needing to have a place to put a runway on. I need some fairly level ground. This obviously is not it. Sure is pretty though. They put a pond in here, I think, recently. And I think that's the dam, the backside of the pond. I'll take you up there and we'll take a quick look at it, just for the fun of it. Even though at this point I've already decided this property is not right for me. It's just way too hilly. And I don't have millions and millions of dollars to have a lot of dirt work done to smooth it out enough to land a plane here. So, your needs. You have to decide that. First of all, climate, temperature. Some people want to go out and live in Arizona where it's hot and dry. And they need that, medical reasons, whatever. Or they love that. The desert blooming in the middle of summertime, spring, wow, it's gorgeous. This pond, not so much. It's a mud hole. But yeah, I mean, you could drill a well right here and take the water out of the pond. It just filters through the earth, and you'll hit water 6 feet down. And it's been filtered through the earth. And you just filter it. Anyways, so water's not an issue. Septic is a little harder because trying to dig down here, because underneath this dirt is rock. Lots of hard rock. So, environment. Me personally, I love the Dallas, Texas area. Got a lot of friends there. We lived there for 5 years. But man, those summers. Triple digits for 2 months, 3 months at a time. I just couldn't take it. You know, even if you keep your car in a garage like I did, you go out to a parking lot, to go to the grocery store, come back out to your car, and it's just, the seats burn you, the steering wheel burns you, everything's just hot. So no, I don't want to live in that area because of that reason. The temperature, climate. Other than that, I would definitely live in that area. Out in the countryside, of course, but no. So, my wife and I lived a year up in Columbus, Ohio, and we really, really loved it up there. Loved the summertime temperatures. I don't mind the cool temperatures of winter. So, for me, that's great. This is where you have to decide what you like. Now, there's other factors involved. Are you young or are you older like myself? If you're older, you may want to look at states that give discounts on property tax for those over 60, 65. If you're younger, that really wouldn't matter, but they're still homestead exempt in many states. Not all states. Pennsylvania, for one, there is no homestead exemption. So that one, as much as I love Pennsylvania, scratched off the list. At the time of making this video, I'm 59 years old. I recently retired, and I want to start my own business building airplanes. And right here, I'm going to pause just a moment, not only to catch my breath. Oh, look, deer. Hi, deer. Hi, pretty girl. Might be a male. See the way it was stomping its feet? Pretty thing. Sorry, I can't hold the camera and look at it at the same time. The other one ran off into the woods. Told you there's deer here. Plenty of them. It stomps his feet, I stomp my feet. Well, you gonna come see me? Come on over here and see me. You can hoof me, I can handle it. After going through with them briars, ain't no big deal to me. You're dinner. I like the way you stomp. Look at that little prance you got going on. You're so cute. Come here, show me how mean you can be. I got an umbrella. I don't have a firearm on me. Nor would I shoot you. You're too cute. You're giving me all the signs, aren't you? Raise that tail up. Stomping. Yeah, you're tough. Distance-wise, I got you zoomed in. Let's say the deer's 300 feet. Maybe 200 feet, something like that. Bye. Oh, you funny deer. You're interrupting my video. I'm trying to tell people how to find good land. I need to show them websites and stuff like that. Oh, don't be all huffy. I know this is your land. You can share. All right, you and your little white tail. Any idea why they call them white-tailed deer? I'm still trying to figure that one out. Bye. See ya. God, I love wildlife. And although I do eat venison, I'm more into feeding the animals than shooting them. Yeah, so this is the first ridge that I really like best. But as you can tell, that goes up about 15 feet there. That one grows up 20 feet over there, 30 feet. And then this driveway, I'm holding the camera level. That's about a 35 degree, almost 45 degree, I kid you not, downhill. I'll probably slip on my butt in the fall going down this hill. So I'll go slow. And we'll get back into talking about the things to look for. All right, so while I'm talking, and hopefully not falling down this hill, because it's stinking steep, I'm going to show you some websites. Here are just a few resources to help you find land. Whitetail Properties. This is where I found my property. Farm Flip. Land Watch. Land.com. Mossy Oak Properties. Realtree Properties. Land Search. Land Hub. Land Flip. Fountains Land. Basecamp Country. There's also Zillow and Realtor, but this is mostly for homes. Of course, you could always find land with an older home on it that needs to be torn down or maybe fixed up for a good price. These are just a few of the websites I used. There are many more sites, and you can even find sites that are focused on a region of the country
or even one state. There are also Facebook groups where owners are selling their land, and some owners will even finance. There is Facebook Marketplace and even Craigslist. In another video, I will take a deeper dive into other resources that will help you to check out the properties to see if it meets your needs before even going to look at it. You can see the approximate property lines. I will show you how to see who the owner of the land is and how many acres there are. You'll have to check out that video once I get it uploaded to this channel. I will list the links to these sites I just mentioned down below. Okay, now back to me going down the steep, muddy road.
All right, sorry about all the voiceover there, but I wanted to show you some important things and give you some resources so that you can find the right property for yourself. So I talked about climate, finding the right climate that you like. Money, obviously a big important one. There are websites, money is an important one. There are properties out there that you can buy 100 acres for like 50,000, maybe less. But they're going to be out in the middle of nowhere that no one lives. You're not going to have access to, resources, groceries, things like that. As much as a person thinks they can totally live off grid, there's just some things that until you get established with a homestead and got canned food and all this other kind of stuff over a period of years, you just can't live off grid initially. Later on you can, and there are people who do it, but personally I just don't feel you're going to get the full nutrition that you need if you don't have any resources. Even up in Alaska, the remote people, man, they have stuff flown into them or brought up on a river or something like that. The things that they cannot get, vitamins, various things. You can make your own soaps, you can make your own food, you can can your own food, you can kill and skin your own meat. You can do all that stuff, and that's great. And, I'm all in favor of that, trying to live as far off grid as I can. However, I do want resources nearby. Being brought up in the city and stuff like that, once in a while I like to go get me a good pizza that I didn't make. I'm not as good at making pizza as other places. So, me personally, and like I said, each of us, what we want in the land is a little different. I'm just trying to give you some things to think about. Me personally, I want to be close enough to where I can go get certain resources. I can't make Coca-Cola. And as much as I hate to admit it, I like it. I also can't make Captain Morgan's. And I like that too. So that'd be something I'd have to, stock up on wherever I'm at, no matter how far off grid I am. All right. So, talking about property tax. There's resources, which I just showed you, that have that talk about the property taxes for various states. Then there is exemptions for those who are elderly, exemptions for homestead exempt. That doesn't mean you don't have to pay taxes, but it does mean that it'll reduce your taxes by a percentage. In some states, like in Louisiana, the property I technically still own there, but my son is in the process of buying. There's no property tax there. There's 12 acres, a single wide trailer on it, but filing homestead exempt got me underneath the amount which they exempt. So therefore, no property tax. All right, I'm going to have to pick this up later because I don't think you can hear me with all this wind. All right, so what are the considerations besides property tax? Sales tax. Take a look at the state, see what sales tax are. That may or may not be important to you. State income tax. We got 3 states, Florida, Texas, and I believe it's Montana. I can't remember if Arizona is that way or not. Oh, that's pretty down there. But property state income tax may be important to you because maybe you're still working. For me, it doesn't matter because I've already retired, but for you, it may be important. Now, these next 2 can be a little bit controversial. That is politics of a state and pro-Second Amendment. If you're from the city, I grew up in the city, right? And never owned a gun. went in the military, got training on weapons. Later in my life, became a hunter, and much further later in life, became a federal officer. So I'm very comfortable around guns. If you're not comfortable around guns, I totally get it, you know. But one thing you're going to find is out here, middle of nowhere, if a bear is attacking you, or if there's, you know, bad guys, hunters, whatever, you know, that just are out to get you, cops are not going to just show up in 2 to 5 minutes. You know, if you're from the city and you're used to that and you expect that, you're not going to find it out here in the country. I'm sorry, it's not the way things work. It'll take 30 minutes to an hour for anybody to arrive. You know, so once you lived out here for a couple of years, you might start thinking about it, you know. And I highly recommend that if you do decide to do that, then get some training. Absolutely get some training. Oh, that's pretty. Let's see if I can get up here and get that. It's rushing. It's so pretty. But get some training. And then secondly, what I was talking about is politics of the state. Are they pro Second Amendment, or they require you to go get a piece of paper for your right to keep and bear arms versus just having that right as a God-given right to protect yourself? Politics will dictate things like how much your property taxes are and what you can and cannot do on your property. So, you know, if you like being controlled, you're probably not looking for property out in the country. So this video is probably not for you. So I'll let you know right now that the best states are those which are red states, because they're less controlling of those who have property and want to build on their property, want to improve their property, etc. The blue states, however, want to tell you everything about what you can and cannot do on your property. So that was also part of my search. I wanted to make sure I was in a red state, or at least a swing state. Ohio's kind of one of those places. But Ohio's property taxes are a little bit higher than I want to pay. So that's why I'm not looking for property in Ohio. As much as I love that state and love Pennsylvania. And you know, there's some beautiful states that I would love to live in, honestly. Growing up in SoCal, Northern California, it's gorgeous. Oregon, beautiful places there. Washington State, gorgeous. Idaho, gorgeous. Montana, depending on what you're looking for, gorgeous. Upstate New York, oh, beautiful. But that's just not the politics that I want to deal with. Okay, I'll show you one of the reasons why we don't want this property. See that house right up there? To access this property, you've got to come off a dirt road. Off a main highway there, which is paved, down this driveway, cross this bridge, which is somebody else's property, until right here, and then take this road, an easement, on back to the property. That's the only way to access the property. And this is somebody else's house here. And I had to park there because my car would not, it gets stuck in that little dirt hole right there. All right, more to come.
I decided to go ahead and end the video here, as I have a lot more information I'm going to share in a different video. Needless to say, I didn't buy this property, and thank goodness, because what you're seeing on screen now is the property we eventually did buy. Thank you for watching, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button.